Hey everyone, Keith here, Tips and Tricks HQ. In this video I'm going to walk through the integration of Wpe Member and Wpe eStore. Then I'm going to go through some troubleshooting tips in the event that things don't work out as desired. Alright, the first thing you want to do of course is purchase the plugins, get them installed and activated. The installation process for each one is straightforward, just like any other plugin. You click on Add New, Upload. Then you locate the zip file, double click it, and then click Install Now. And then after it gets uploaded, just click on Activate Plugin. And as you can see here, I have both of them installed, Wpe Member and Wpe eStore. Alright, then the next step we want to do is set up a membership level within Wpe Member. So you can hover over that, click on Membership Level. I already have two set up here. I'm going to add a new one. Click on Add New. Call this Gold level. Then you can set up the subscription duration option. This determines whether you're going to be using a Buy Now button or an Add to Cart button or a subscription button. In most cases, when you're dealing with membership sites, you're going to be using a subscription button, although that doesn't have to be the case. So by default, we have no expiry or until canceled. So that will mean a subscription cost that will be charged regular intervals like monthly, yearly, for example. Alright, and then just click on Submit to add that membership level. And there we have it. We have Gold level at the level ID 4. Okay, let's go to Wpe eStore, add Edit Products. Okay, we're going to let them purchase the Gold membership level, which remember is a level ID of 4. So it's going to be $19.95. Next we add the membership level that they're purchasing with this product. So click on Additional Product Details to expand it. You can of course enter a description in here, which would be a good idea, and a thumbnail image. And then right at the bottom is where you'd specify the reference text, which is the ID number for the membership that's being purchased. So you can actually click on this plus button to see all the current membership levels, and then you just add the membership level ID for the one that you want to allow a purchase with this product. And that's just about it, except there's one more setting we have to set up, subscription reoccurring payments specific settings. We'll click on that. Here you can decide if you want to set up a trial billing amount and how long the trial is. So for example, if you said $10 for the first 60 days, and then after that is $19.95 a month, for example. You can set that up in there. And otherwise you would set up the cost, and so that's $19.95 per month. Alright, that's it. Now we can save the product and set up a subscription button to test the purchase. Now there's a whole page on what settings need to be set up for troubleshooting purposes, so I won't go over that in detail here. I just want to specify if you have any maintenance plugins activated, those should be deactivated in order for this to work. And if you scroll through here, this is the Wpe eStore settings, and right near the bottom you have the option for payment processing settings. Just make sure that top box is turned on, use automatic payment processing, and this will ensure that emails are automatically sent after the purchase, for example. Alright, so now we're going to actually set up debugging to make sure that our transaction is successful for this test. And in most cases this will be your first time through, so you won't have to reset the files. I'm going to reset mine because this installation has been set up for some time, so I'm going to reset those, the log files. Alright, and then to enable debug, you simply go to Wpe eStore, Settings, scroll all the way to the bottom, and check that box. Click Update Options. Now let's go back to the product that we created for the subscription, Manage Products, and we're going to get the product ID so that when I set it up in a page, I know which product ID to use to make this purchase. And I'm also going to modify the payments. I'm also going to modify the cost, so that way when I'm doing my test I don't have to pay $19.95. I'm just going to modify the cost down here to a penny for my test. Okay, now I'm going to create a new page. Page is add new, and I'm going to add this product. It's product ID number 4. Okay, and here I can create the button. I'm just going to do a simple button for that. Clicking the Wpe eStore shortcodes option, and the only way you can do that is you can get that in visual mode. And drop down the list for subscription button. Okay, insert number 4. Okay. So this will allow me, once it's published, to purchase number 4. Now, obviously, you'd want to set up this page a little bit nicer. This is just going to be a basic page for testing purposes. Okay, and this is what the subscriber would see. And I'm going to click on subscribe and then make the payment through PayPal. Alright, that's it. Once the payment is made, then you should receive your customer will receive an email with a link that they can follow to register for an account after a successful purchase. Alright, so just a couple of quick notes I wanted to explain about the testing. The account that I used to make the purchase, the test purchase, my PayPal account, it had a different email address than the admin account I'm using for my website. So that's one key thing. And also, if you're logged into the website when you're making a purchase, regardless of what email address is set up for that user, your account is just going to be upgraded. So you're not going to see this link. So just make sure you switch the email address, make sure it's different from the test PayPal account when you're doing your testing, and log out of the test website before making a purchase, or else this link won't show up. It'll simply just be an upgrade. You'll get an email saying that your account has been upgraded, and that's fine too. That indicates that everything worked out as intended. Okay, so now let's go through the troubleshooting steps. Now back into Wpe eStore settings, we'll scroll to the bottom, we can look at the debug information. And there's a document on tips and tricks that you can look at, so you can learn how and when to enable debug and what it actually does. So you can go through the steps here, and there's a video that you can watch to walk through the entire process. But as you can see here, we had already enabled it during our test transaction, and prior to enabling it, we reset the. Now we can open these log files in a new window and check for success and failure messages. All right, and the same thing for post payment, and open that. Look for all success. Now, if you run into some failures where it says success here on mine, if you see a failure, then if you're unable to determine what the problem was, you can actually post your log files to the tips and tricks forum and get some help that way. All right. Beyond that, check out the forum post for what to do if the debug file is empty. So if your debug files are empty, nothing was written to them, then there's some steps that you can follow to check to see what the problem was. You can watch this video, go through the steps, make sure you have the right permissions, and this is a step we went through. Use automatic post payment processing, make sure that was turned on, and there's a few other steps that you can go through in this document here. And failing that, it could be just an issue with sending and receiving emails. Now there's a lot of variables involved when emails are sent from a server, or when emails are sent in general. There's a lot of variables involved. So this document attempts to go through a lot of more common scenarios, so you can walk through this if you're still not receiving the emails. If the log files have data but you're not getting the emails, then you're going to take it to this level and walk through some of the different options that are brought to your attention through here. All right, so that's it for now. Again, this is Keith, Tips and Tricks HQ. Thanks for watching.